Let's do this. Let's get Instagram inside divide. Inside divide. Let's do this. Let's get everyone inside. You know what's going on. Let's get Instagram inside. Inside divide. Let's just get everyone inside. Let's do that real quickly. Let's get Instagram inside. Guys, that's the link there to join tonight's live stream. I know it was impromptu live stream. It was impromptu, I know. It was impromptu. I know it was impromptu. Guys, you know what to do. Let me let Instagram know what to do. Let me let them know what to do. Guys, you need to watch on YouTube. That's what we're doing, guys. So don't mind me. So tonight's gonna be quite different. When the mods get in the chat, we'll get everything going on. But tonight's gonna be slightly different. You need to hop across to YouTube if you want to watch the live properly, because I will not be looking directly at Instagram, and you will not be seeing. Yeah. So, okay. That's what we're gonna do. So we'll let a few people get into the chat. Guys, share it. Let people know that we're going live right now. And tonight's live, as you can clearly see, men are the problem. Men really are the problem. I know, probably something a little bit different for me tonight, but men really are the problem, and we're going to be discussing how so. We are going to be discussing how so. So, if everyone could pop across to YouTube, because that's where we're going to be discussing it in the chat, and we're going to get people across. So that's what you need to do. So if you see on Instagram, if you want to be a part of the show and see what's going on, then make sure you hop across to my YouTube page. Everyone should be subscribed. So everyone that's in the chat, if you like the video, please like the video. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And we're gonna let a few people get in, then we'll get into the regular proceedings. Did you watch last night's live stream? Let me see it back. Go check it out. It's on the live page section of the channel. Yeah, we started off having one discussion, then it went completely to a whole different discussion last night, which was, yeah, I didn't, we was waiting to have a guest, and then she didn't come on, unfortunately, but she's all right. We spoke to her. She's all good. She just couldn't make it yesterday. And yeah, so I was just talking to the chat. The chat was, it was a Q&A, just a back and forth with the chat, a Q&A, and they would just say, they were speaking to me. So, and that was yesterday, and yeah, it went from going to have a Q&A with obviously our guest speaker to going and having people speaking about interracial relationship dating, having white grandkids, black grandkids. We had people that had been in grew up in a mixed race family that had suffered we had people giving experiences, and it was quite interesting because people talking about culture and the difference between cultures and not necessarily prejudices and racism, but more like cultural differences, and everyone was sharing their experiences, and sometimes I think sometimes those can be the best shows when they're not planned and it just happens like that. Like even tonight, like tonight is just a conversation, and I want to speak about I just said men are the problem because I do think men are part of the problem. Yeah, I do think men are the problem, part of the problem, of course. And the reason I always speak to women is because, like the saying says, no nation will raise higher than the standard of its women. So you can always tell like a nation by the quality, the standard of its women, because the women essentially are the ones that raise the next generation. So the reason I always speak to women is because women create the standard. They set the standard that men follow, regardless of what they want to think. Women actually set the standard that men follow. The problem is so many women set the standard so low that the standard has now dropped for everybody. And then because the standards are so low, women feel as if they set this. Some women, not all women, but some women feel as if they set the standards too high, it it stops them having access to certain men. But I would think that stops you from having access to the men that are going to waste your time and the men that are no good for you. I would think that as a woman, having high standards would separate the men that just want to waste your time and that don't have good intentions for you long term. That's what I would think. But lots of women, they don't look at it that way, and they end up dropping these standards in order to compete for men that necessarily, after they get them, they would probably speak up. How many times do people speak against their baby fathers or regret their ex relationship? So that's what happens when you drop your standards in order to compete with people that are probably below your standard. And so that's why I say women, that's why I speak primarily to women, because I could say to men, you need to wine and dine her. You need to, you shouldn't be trying to ask for any type of, sexual activity from her. You should put a ring on her finger. You should wait. I could tell men to do all of these things. Put her on a pedestal. I could tell men to do all of these things. But if the woman then basically says no, take me out for a drink, take me home, and that's it, then essentially all the things that I tell them doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter what I tell a man to do. He's not going to put a ring on your finger, take you out to dinner, or do all these types of things. But if you're going to just give it to him, he's not going to do it. This is why a lot of times women will say things like, to have a baby by a guy, and they'll be like, oh yeah, I want him trying to get him to marry me. I was like, well, if you wanted him to marry you, you should have made that requirement before you gave him a child. Like, because now that he's got a child from you, why should he get married to you? He doesn't technically have to. Like, and if he doesn't want to, you can't be mad at that fact, because you didn't make that requirement when you laid down with him or when you got with him. You did not say, in order for me to carry your child, I require marriage, I require a ring. You didn't make that requirement. You gave him the child, and then afterwards you decided you wanted to try to up the requirements, but you didn't put that requirement on him. So you should have set the standard. And this is the thing. Men want to be married. I don't have any kids. I don't have a baby mom. Like, I want to be married. Lots of men want to be married. But like, so when women say, oh yeah, men don't want to be married, I'm like, what men? Well, who are these men you're talking about? Oh, those types of, yes, those men don't want to be married. Of course not. Why would they want to be married? They don't have to. You give them access to your body. You give them access to your womb. You give them access to your home. Some of you give them access to your funds, your finance. You give them access to your car. You give them access to all of these things. Why would they do more? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So primarily, me speaking to women is because I know by you raising your standards, you will get better men. So, what have we got? Who's in here? So guys, if you want to be involved in the chat, Instagram, you need to pop across to YouTube. I'm not reading the chats on Instagram. Instagram keeps blocking my content and shadow banning me, doing all types of mad things. So the idea is with Instagram, I just let you know what's going on. If you want to see the screen full and be a part of the chat like everybody else, then just hop across to YouTube. You should be subscribed to my channel. I don't know why not. Just click the link in the bio. You see we're going live at the moment, or just search My Name is China on YouTube, and that will come up. It makes it quite easy. So yeah, and we'll do it like that. Isaac says men are the problem, but women are the issues. Yeah, but we're gonna focus on men are the problem right now. Women are the issues. I speak about the women are the issues every single day. I speak about it every single day. But men are definitely part of the problem. I think men think like that, and then first to see others take L's. I think sex is not looked as scary anymore. Back in those days, get caught is a rap. Yeah, like you have to understand, feminism and female empowerment has and this is what I always say to women, like sex, like the female feminism and liberalism and modern womanism, all of these things have liberated women, right? Cool. They've told you can have this, it makes you more free, all right? But you have to understand, that has only made it, that only benefits men. And it benefits, we always talk about the top 20% of men, but it does. It always benefits these men. So telling women they can sleep with whoever they want and it doesn't matter because you can't slut shame, that's fine. But they're still gonna get the same outcomes in the real world because men don't want that. Men might not be able to say it because they don't want to face backlash. What's the point of a man speaking if they're gonna get backlash? They won't say anything. Men know men don't want to speak about stuff because they know, but they will just, in the way they handle their relationships and how they move in life, they will make those decisions. Just like men are not going to be out here saying that we don't want single mothers, we don't want baby mamas. They're not saying it because they see what all that comes with it. But in the way they move and how the choices they make, they will show you that the majority of men are not doing that. Now, by me saying it, it does not like, by me not saying it, it doesn't mean that men are all of a sudden going to start taking baby moms down the aisle. And by me saying it, doesn't mean men are going to stop doing becoming stepfathers and dating women with kids. It's not. What it's going to do is it's going to make men think about what they're doing before they do it. Think the pros and cons of dating a single mother, yes. But at the same time, women are going to think about the pros and cons of men dating me, my child, my safety. Okay? The outcomes will be better in the end when people start thinking. And nobody wants to have these conversations. People just want to cry, march, and get upset. I'm not one of these people. I want to have real conversations and talk about the real issues. They'll say, why do you speak about single mothers? Why do you speak about baby mamas? Why do you speak? Because I keep saying it's the family unit. Whenever you speak about anything, go back to the family unit. It's always the same. Your childhood, your upbringing. It's very important. It's what shapes you. It's what navigates you, what you see. So you can't be speaking about the end outcome, the result of teenage pregnancy, the result of gang culture, the result of going to jail, all these types of things without speaking about, okay, what happened before that? Oh, let's not speak about that. Okay. Then what you're gonna say is you're never gonna speak. So I speak about these issues because it always goes back to the family culture, family structure. And they can act like it doesn't until something bad happens. Then you want to run to the government to ask why has this happened. But what do you want the government to do when you don't? The government can't come into your home and raise your kids for you. All it can do is discipline your kids when they get out of line. So if you don't have a father figure in the home and you bring up raised men and they struggle with their masculinity and they have emotions and they're raised by a mother who teaches them how to be feminine in their reactions, and then they go out and they don't know how to handle those reactions, and they react in a way that puts them in a scenario where they're now going to be judged and be disciplined by the government. That's you. That's on you. That's on you. That was on you. People always talk about, oh yeah, you know what? Oh, you can't blame the parents. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can, because you got responsibility for your kids. People like the people that don't want to. It's because we live in a world nobody wants to accept accountability for anything. If we can't blame the parents, who can we blame? If we cannot blame the parents, who can we blame? If your child grows up and goes and kills someone else's child, who do we blame? Who do we blame? You want to blame Richie Sunak and them man there? Do you want to blame Richie Sunak and them? Richie Sunak's kids are not doing that. I promise you this, Richie Sunak's kids are not doing that. So Richie can't do nothing for you. So I speak about the family unit because in order for us to go forward, we need to go back. This is the problem. A lot of people don't understand this. They don't want to have the conversations, okay? We cannot go forward until we go back. We have over 200,000 years of recorded... The reason I do that is because, you know, who knows how long the world is, but we have at least 200,000 years of recorded human history, right? So we have the blueprint, and the blueprint has always been families, communities. It has always been that way, okay? It has always been that way, and predominantly within the, you know, the black communities, whatever you want to call it, Afro-Caribbean community, African community, whatever you want to call it, diaspora, whatever you want to say, we have always been together. We've always been unified. We've always been married. We've always been together. Throughout the worst, and I've said it before, throughout the worst crimes in humanity against black people, you've always stuck together. You were always married, okay? You've always been married. You've always been together, unified. Segregation, Jim Crow, first wave of immigrants, you have always been united. You've always been united, okay? So this thing that comes around, you know, with when we are, so what happens, women? What happens that we go from that, not that long ago as well, the Black Panther movement, fighting against, oppression, essentially black people together. What happened that turned it around, that all of a sudden now, well, not now, if we talk a bit further, what happened? Well, we tend to talk about the stuff that comes from America, because essentially that's where it comes from. So they'll talk about, okay, crack was put in the ghetto. Yes, it was. Actually, it was. Crack cocaine was put into the ghettos. It was put in there by the CIA. It was. They spoke about it. The real Rick Ross spoke about it. It was something they put in there. And along with that, you know, welfare. And we spoke about this before. You know, like in this country, you know, we have obviously government help, right? I don't know, all that benefits. But that started in America. And when you did that, but along with that, just like here, in order to receive those benefits, that involved not having the man in the home in order to get those benefits. But at that initial time, we were still united. So what did the men do? The men decided to do the honorable thing, yeah, and do the provider thing and leave their women, so they can go outside and go make money and send money back to the women, so the women could get these homes, right? And that's what happened. Initially, it started all cool, but what tends to happen is when the government becomes your man and provides for you, you don't actually need a man, do you? You don't need a man no more, technically, because you don't need his funds, and then the government provides that for you, and then that's what started it. And then after that, it just became a thing where, you know, black men were not in the home. So that initial stigma of black men leaving their home and not being at home was initially started because they wanted to provide. So it wasn't something that actually black men left their homes and left their women. No, that was never a case. That was how it started. And a lot of first generation people come over here, and the man comes across first to provide for his women. A lot of people do that. They work very hard, they make money, they do things, and they bring their family over. It's not uncommon. Not where I'm from anyway. I was quite fortunate that my father was a diplomat, and we was able to, because of his status, we came over here, and it was quite different for me growing up than a lot of other people. But yeah, but I still understand. Let me read what but it says, you're saying things that their father should have said to them, but a lot of people in the world are being raised without fathers, and this is the result of it. Yeah, 100%. Guys, I'm streaming on YouTube. If you want to watch this, just click the link in my bio, search Mynameischyna on YouTube, and you will see it. But we're streaming on YouTube. That's the best way to watch to interact and to watch the chat. So this is why I speak about the family unit. Okay, this is why I speak about single mothers. This is why I speak about, you know, because we speak about the stats and people don't like the stats. But we don't even have to look at the stats. Every time you see someone crying on on social media about what's happened recently, you know, in Hackney. Was her name Leanne? R.I.P. to that mother, 42-year-old mother. She was gunned down in Hackney. A 16-year-old boy has been arrested for that. What about the other, you know, was it by the same name? Was it Eliane from South London, Croydon, a 15-year-old girl that was stabbed by another boy? These are all results of a broken. I can pretty much more than guarantee that both of those men, or those boys, should I say, that were involved in those crimes, both came from single mother homes. I can pretty much bet my money on it. People are like, because guess what? The stats show that's where these people come from. This is where they come from. They come from single parent homes, single mother homes primarily. Do not get mad at the stats. Look at, you got people crying. Let's focus on that. Don't focus on, because if you focus on on that, then you're really not like, basically you're saying you don't like the reality. And the reality is this: when you take the father out of the home, you place your child at every statistical disadvantage. It's there for you. Okay, one income in the home. You have less time. Okay, you have less time. Your child is more likely to go to prison. Your child is more likely to join gangs. Your child is more likely to commit suicide. Your child is more likely to end up pregnant. Your child is more likely to make someone else's child end up pregnant. Your child is more likely to suffer mental health issues. Most serial killers come from come from single mother homes. I could go all and out. You could, but that's stats. Let's look at what we see. Let's look at what we experience. Look at what people are crying about. Because people don't like stats, because people don't like to read. They don't like to research. But without looking at that, where do we go? We just base everything on feelings. We can't base things on feelings, I'm sorry. And primarily when you speak to women, they base things on feelings. I do not base things on feelings. I do not speak. This is not my feelings based in this. I don't have a baby mama. I don't have feelings in this. But at some point, you have to start saying to yourself, this has to be bigger than you. This has to be bigger than you. Whenever people talk about it takes a village, women, you know what? Women love to say it takes a village. I'll tell you why a lot of women love. Whenever they talk about stepfathers and other men stepping in, they like to speak about it takes a village. The reason they want to say it takes a village is because that takes accountability off them, and it creates that image of, well, men should be doing other stuff for other men. You know what? You're right. It does take a village. It definitely does take a village. And in the village community, yes, if your husband was taken out for any reason, yes, a lot of the times there would be someone else to step in and to look after the family, and you could even get yourself another husband. Yes, okay. But let me tell you about village life. Part of being a woman in the village life, it means that men do not just clean up. You do not get to go on and run around with the worst types of the village. Yeah, the types of men in the village that no one else looks at. You don't get to go and go have your best life with them, then expect that outstanding members of the village that contribute to the village to now come and clean up your mess. Okay, but this is what a lot of women do. And on top of that, if you want the protection and the leadership of the men in the village, what you need to do is you need to actually step into a role a submissive role, and allow the men to lead. So women in the village do not lead the village. So I don't actually think that a lot of women want to do the village life, because the village life is actually a lot harder life. You think it's soft life. Do you know what village life is for women? Women contribute immensely. They work very hard in the village. So when women speak about, oh yeah, it takes a village, yes, you're right, it does take a village. But are you ready to take the leadership under the men in the village? Are you? Are you ready to do what the men in the village require of you to do, so that you can have the protection? Okay. So and that's why. But men, let's talk about it. Let's talk about all you men that be spending money on OnlyFans. All you men that are in the DMs of these. Before we even get there, let's talk about the comments. You men that are in the comments, like, some of you guys have no shame. I can see, you know, everyone can see you, right? I can see the comments. I can see you simping publicly. Do you not have no shame? I have to ask myself with some of these men, do you not have no shame? I can see you guys simping publicly for women. Do you not have no shame? Okay, that's where it starts. So, what do you think liking this girl's picture and commenting on a girl that doesn't know you is going to do? What do you think it's going to do? By commenting her, what do you think it's going to do? Tell me. I need these men to tell me, what do you think commenting on a girl that does not know who you exist, and sometimes you could have thousands and thousands of other likes in there and comments, and you decided, you know what, I woke up today, let me just throw in my like and comment in there because of what? What did you think it was going to do? Did you think she was going to notice you? Some of them reply, oh, thank you, hon, with a little heart. Is that what you wanted? What was that going to do? What was that going to do? What was that going to do? Galaxy says attention, really. Yes, it's going to give her attention. But what was that going to do for you? What was that going to do for you? What did I give you some type of sexual gratification? You might need to let me know. Did you bust off that? Pause. Because I don't know why you decided to do that and add it to the list of other people. Okay. Let me tell you, man, something. All of you guys in the comments, yeah, you will never get that, you know. It's like 99% chance you'll never get a shot. Okay? 99%, you know. Once things can happen, but we'll say it's like 99% chance you're never gonna get a shot. So you liking her pictures, you comment on the pictures, you know what that does? All that does is validate her. Like Galaxy Set 20 says there, attention, really. That's all that does. All that does is gas up her mind, inflate, and validates her. And along with her, along with you, there are thousands, hundreds of thousands, depending on the status of the woman, men that are doing that, okay? Okay? The guy, you will never, ever have access to this woman. The guy that has access to this woman, he's not in the comments, leaving comments. He's not there liking her pictures. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to. He doesn't need to. And even if he does, you know, sometimes he might do it just to, you know, make the girl feel, oh, you're never in my comments, but he's not in there because he don't have to be. All of you guys that are in them comments, you are the reasons why the women's walk around gassed, because of your simping. You're simping. I've seen the comments. You men have no composure. You have no composure. You ruin the game for men like me because I'm trying to do God's work and you're out here simping, doing the devil's work. You're really out here simping, doing the devil's work. You're making it hard for men like me. You really are. You really are. Okay? So stop with the comments. Stop with the likes. I see rappers, UK rappers. I see, bro, like blue ticks and that. What are you doing, bro? I see people. You know, I see people that shouldn't be doing that publicly. Like, it's embarrassing. I'm like, raw, I'm not even on your level yet, bro. And you're simping. Oh, god damn. You down bad, man. You down bad. Stop simping. They don't respect the simps. Yeah, it inflates the ego. It really does. It inflates the ego. Stop. It inflates the ego. It really does. You know? Stop with the comments. Next one. DMs. Now look. Alright. DMs is different. Okay. Because other man I'm gonna be like, don't be sliding in girls' DMs. I'm not sliding in girls' DMs. I've never slid in girls' DMs. It's not something I do. I find it. I don't even know. You know what I mean? Girls slide in my DMs. Girls slide in my DMs. I don't slide in no girls' DMs. It's not something I do. How do you even slide in? What do you do? You know, let me tell you how men slide in DMs. Let me tell you how you slide in the DM if you're a man. I know how my man them that slide in DMs, I know how they move. And this is how they move. Okay? First of all, their pages are open. And their pages consist of nothing but drip. Because outside lifestyle, you know what I mean, jewelry, like enjoyment, yeah? These men here are the types of men that slide in DMs. And I'll be honest with you, when you slide in the DM, yeah, and then she goes and looks at your page, she's about to go make an assessment, and she goes and makes an assessment, and she's like, okay, he was outside your restaurant, yeah, okay, he's got ambient lighting, all right, What's that? Oh, what's that? Rooftop terrace. Okay. Oh, what's that? Holiday. What's that? A kettle. All right, Jude. Yeah, all right. She's gonna reply now. She's gonna reply. She's gonna reply. She's done her calculation. She's done her mathematics. She's done her mathematics, and now she's about to, and she's calculated. You are a contender. These types of man, bro. If you got a big car outside, bro, go slide in DMs. You man, them will be, slide in DM, AMG, slide in SRT, slide in DMs, bro. You man, that slide in DMs. You have a high success rate. High success rate. High success rate. But you man there that are trying to do an Uber and trying to do no. You man there don't be trying to slide in no DMs, man. I mean, don't. It's gonna be hard work for you. Don't. Just like if a woman is gonna slide in your DMs, well, it's different for women because women control sex. But let's be real. If she knows she's a strong 7, strong 8, she can slide in any above. Men are gonna crumble. You know. I don't recommend men slide into DMs if you don't have your ish together. But if you do, if you have a little bit of status, if you have a little bit of clout, slide in them DMs all day. But also that comes at a cost because you have status and clout. A lot of women want to be like, man can't just move. You can't even just go up to a girl that you like anymore and try to get a number. Like, you got to deal with her trying to make a whole TikTok about it. Man, look at all these guys in the gym. Look, first, let me just get straight onto that. Man, them stop trying to speak to girls in the gym. It is a trap. It's a trap. It's a trap. Just stop. Like, man, them girls can speak to you in the gym all day. Look, girls can come to in your area. Girls come to the weight man them area for no. I don't understand it, but I do get it. They can ask for help. They can do whatever. But you, I don't care if. Listen, and some of you women, they'll be like, oh, he's watching me. Listen, I got my eyes closed. I've turned into the back, and I'm doing deadlift. And I can still see that luminous pink, yellow, these outfits, these gym shots. Listen, Ray Charles can see that shit. Like, I'm not lying to you. Anyone can see that. You know what I mean? Hey, Doug, yo, my guy. Doug, we got my guy in. Big up, Doug, MPA, Mod Gang. Let's go. We're about to cook up. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, become a member to participate in the members only chat. Members only content. First tier membership is the price of a cup of coffee each month. That is true. Join our membership gang. Come on. Hey, listen, big up all the new members. Big up all the new subscribers. Guys, we're almost on 3,000 subs. We're almost on 3,000 subs. We hit 1 million subscribers on my own channel. That was amazing. I got my first check from YouTube and it was not too bad. But we're still cooking up. Big up everyone that's supporting the Mynam's voice. I mean, I'll be saying I'm the most relevant right now, but it's because we be cooking up. But tonight's live is about, I'm trying to speak to the men. I'm trying to say to the men, and I'm telling the men, you got us down bad right now. You got us down, and how can I do my work? How can I do God's work if the men are going against me? Like, it's not gonna work. Some of you guys are simping. But I just explained the man if not to be sliding in DMs, but if you're gonna slide in DMs, you need to make sure you present the best of yourself, and you know. That's what's going down. That is what is going down. Let me pin that there. I see you. Let's pin that there. I see that. Guy says, really, it makes you feel seen in reality. The same one will pass you in the streets. Yes. Yeah. So, okay. So that's one thing. Then, okay. So let's talk about the OF girls and the OnlyFans. Okay. A lot of you men, you say, oh yeah, man, you cuss these only OF girls and these strippers and all of these like adult workers, girls, adult industry girls, and that you cuss them out. But how many of you, if they gave you a shot, would be that you'll be there in an instant, you'll be sniffing that nyash? A lot of you man would be. You know, a lot of you man would definitely be doing that. A lot of you man speak about these women, you speak down on this woman, but in reality, you wish these women would let you sniff their vaginas. I know. You wish you would, but because you can't, you've taken a stance. You've taken an aggressive stance. I do believe these are what they call the incels, involuntary celibate. Incel is short for involuntary celibate. Okay, and when women say, "Oh, you're an incel," I have to always say to them, These are the buzzwords that they use, like patriarchy. Do you get me? Like, they like to use it, but they'll call you an incel. The reason they don't say that is because first they don't even know what it means. I'll be like, what's an incel? As soon as they say to you, what's an incel? So when they say to you, call you an incel, I'm like, what do you even know what an incel is? And I'll say, okay, let me explain to you what an incel is, seeing as how you want to throw those words around. An incel stands for involuntary celibate. That's it. That's what it means. Involuntary celibate. And involuntary means that you don't have a choice. And celibate means that you are not having sex ever again. You can't have sex, right? You're not having sex. Okay, there's a difference between abstinence and celibacy. When a girl says, oh, I'm celibate, I'm like, that means you're not having sex ever again. You mean you're being abstinent? Yeah? Okay, cool. They don't even know what they're saying. They'll be like, oh, I'm being celibate for a year. I'm like, I'm celibate from now on. I'm like, what, you're never having sex? She's like, no, I'm just not at the moment. I said, that means you're abstinent. It's complete. You're abstaining from sex. See? Even that in itself, even something as simple as even something as simple as understanding language and how you use the language and you know, even as something simple as how of language and how you use it, it's quite important. And people don't even understand some of the things they're saying. They'll just be throwing it out there. Yo, Big Jamie, what's going on, bro? I see you there. What's going on, bro? Where are you? I saw you. Was you in a foreign country? I think I saw you on Instagram. You was in a foreign country. You was in a foreign country, my guy. Welcome in the chat. It's always a pleasure to have you in the chat. Pause. People kept telling me you don't have to keep saying pause every single time. Yo, big bro, why you keep saying pause? I said, leave me alone, innit? Just leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm gonna say pause if I want. What? I'm gonna say pause if I want. What? You know what I mean? Man said I was in Tenerife. You ain't got no stories for us from Tenerife. You must have some stories. I see you out there with the lads, but you must have some stories out there. Well, you out there. I see a group of good-looking rugby boys. Some of these white boys. Pause. I said it again because some of you guys were like, "Oh my God, trying to say they're good-looking white rugby boys." Yeah, I said that because they was out there, but that's my young G there. I know he's dangerous on there. What are you telling about Tenerife? Tell me about Tenerife, bro. What was Tenerife like? I want to hear it. What was the women like? Speak to me, man. Like, I need to, you know, speak. Let everyone know. Furthermore, you should jump on the live and you should tell me about Tenerife. You should jump on the live and tell me about Tenerife. Don't incriminate yourself, though. Don't mess up your sponsorships. Don't mess up your sponsorships. I don't want you to mess up your sponsorships. He's gonna be like, man, Ty came on said some magic, and now you're messing up my brill cream. You're messing up my links. My links still. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not trying to mess up your links still. Guys, everyone hop across to YouTube, please. Tonight I'm speaking to the men. I'm speaking to the men tonight. I'm speaking to the men. I'm telling the men, stop simping. I'm telling the men, stop the simping. Seriously. Men are the problem. They have been the problem. And yeah, so let's go back. So some of you guys are subscribing to these OnlyFans women, like Iggy Azalea, the US rapper. You know Iggy, the rapper or whatever. She made 50 million last year. Was it this year? She's that tax year. She made 50 million, yeah. She made 50 million, yeah. She made 50 million off OnlyFans, yeah. She made 50 million off her own. I like to call it Only Toes. She made 50 million off Only Toes, okay. 50 million. Now, it's mad because you would think, raw, she must be doing a mad thing on OF. She must be doing a mad thing. She's not doing anything. Like, she's not showing Nash. Like, she's showing Nash, but she's not showing Nash. You're not seeing nothing. You're not seeing anything other than what you see on her Instagram. There's nothing on there. How do I know? Because I watched another YouTube that went on there. I never put my money. I did not. Shout out to Steven. Like, he put his money and he let us know. But essentially, most of the women are the same. What do you think that's on there? What do you? It's nothing on there. And even men, what do you get from something that you can go on the hub and get for free? What do you get from that? What do you get from that? Tell me. What do you get? but you subscribe to these women, okay, and every time you subscribe, just like the comments, it inflates their sense of ego, and they look at men like they look at men like men as a tool to be used. But if you allow yourself to be used, why should they? Remember, I said to women, men will not raise their standard higher than the level that they set themselves. Remember, I said that to women. Okay. So why would men? Why would women raise the standards for men? If you man drop, they're not gonna. They're gonna take your money. If you give your money to someone, they're going to take it, especially if it's legal. They're going to take your money legally. Morally is another thing. But we're in a world where morals and legality just two separate things at the moment. They're going to take it. Yeah, guys. Carnival Fitness. I see you there. Shout out to you. Make sure you go check out episode 1 of Sit Downs with Chai. We had on there. If you want to comment, hop across to YouTube because I'm not looking at the screen and I'm looking over here. Jamie says, Tenerife was good, bro. Was hot. I left my passport in the hotel. I missed my flight. I had to get back in the room to check the safe. Wow. That's definitely a lad's holiday. A man said, Tenerife was good, bro. It was hot. I left my passport in the hotel. Missed my flight. Had to get back in the room to check my safe. I mean, that sounds like he had a good time. Why did the maddest stories always start with I lost my passport, I left my passport, I missed my flight? Like these are all the maddest stories, holiday stories. These are some of the maddest holiday stories, man. Like wow, like these some of the maddest stories. But what about the women out there? What was it like? What's it like? Come on, tell me. You got to give us a little game. What was it like with the lads out there? What were the women like? What were the women on? Oh, okay, cool. He said it was good though. I went with my dad, so had jokes time, just spending time together. All right, tell me about the trip with your dad. Was it just you and your dad? How come you decided to go? Like, what was it for? Was it a special reason? Tell me about the trip with your dad. Let's speak about that. Let's speak about your trip with your dad. But yeah, guys, man, of the problem, guys, you really create. You're fueling. You are fueling exactly what is going on right now. And like I said, what do you get from the subscriptions? Iggy made 50 millions. Let's talk about it. Ruby Rose. Let's speak about Ruby Rose. You know Ruby Rose? Apparently she's a rapper. I've never heard her music. I just see her twerking all the time on Instagram. And I can't lie. Her nyash be nyashing. So I'm saying to you, like, I don't know what she does. Apparently she's a rapper. I don't know one song of hers. I've never heard one song of hers. But I know that ass though. I've seen it on. She's always just doing that. But I've never heard her music. But apparently she's a rapper. Okay. Did you see on social media? A guy paid $62,000 to meet her. He paid $62,000 to meet her, and she posted it up. My number one only. She's like, oh, I bumped into my number one only. No, you didn't. You didn't bump into that man. That man pays £62,000, and apparently that man is also he's a crypto trader. So he paid it in Bitcoin. Bro made money during the maddest time. He was one of the people that made money off Bitcoin and decided, he said, what did I do with my Bitcoin? Let me take all of my hard-earned money that I've got and made, probably finesse other people too, and let me give it to Ruby Rose, 62 bags, $62,000 just to meet her. Bro. The guy that's running away from her, there's men that are running away from Ruby Rose. Like, guys, and you're paying 62 bags, okay? Then on top of that, didn't he go and get a tattoo of Ruby Rose after that? All right? And then she's posting this. Okay? This is simping, extreme simping at the highest order. this is this example, and people look at it, I think that's very sad. Okay. Do you know why I think that's sad? Because there's lots of men with mental health problems. There's lots of men that are, this is manipulation at its finest, but they're going to tell you it's not manipulation. Oh, he wanted to do that. Oh, he wanted to do that. They're always going to say that when it is. But let's talk about the Tinder swindler. Let's talk about, yeah, some of those women, okay, some of those women will definitely finesse, of course. But when women give a man something, and it's the opposite way round, it's not the same. It's not, where's the energy? The energy is not the same. The energy is not the same. Do you know the types of people that a lot of subscribers in these industries, yeah, they're men, the real incels, yeah, the real men that are socially awkward, okay, the real men that have deformities, okay, the men that are disabled, extreme disability, yeah, these men make up a huge proportion of subscribers, okay, and all of these men have bank cards and bank, especially men with disability, because they have disability allowance. A lot of things are paid for. Okay, doesn't stop them wanting a connection. It doesn't stop them wanting affection, love. Doesn't stop them wanting to bust a nut. Okay, and guess what? They don't have the same options as other people. Yeah, the top 20% of men. These are the men that they don't see. These are the men they don't hear. These are the men that I speak about. I always speak about these men. The reason I do speak about these men is because I'm trying to make you understand. These are the men. And these women go and they directly monetize off these men. Okay? Manipulate, take advantage, all of these types of things. But because it's men, it's okay. It's okay. So there's a proportion of men that need to be protected because this types of is dangerous. All right? I just did a show, Sit Down with Chat episode 2. Go check out episode 1 with Carnival Fitness and Chelsea. But I just did number 2. Shout out to Shannon, Shannon the stripper, and OF Girl Video Vixen, and Moby One, the rapper, and Burn Survivor victim. He's in a Bali. I did it, and we just had a whole conversation about some of this stuff. And I was asking her, and I was saying to her, we were talking about the man, there's men that's gone to the strip club and spent their whole mum's inheritance. You guys don't understand. Like men have come to the club and spent their mum's inheritance. They've been given inheritance money. They spent it all on the strippers. The new episode that dropped is gonna, yeah. There's a lot of information. The girls are gonna give you the game. What some of these men are doing with their money. Some of these men are spending their mum's inheritance, their family inheritance on the strippers. Jamie says, just us two, bro. We went for like early birthday getaway. Did a lot out there. Was whizzing about on peds, jet skis, boating and gym. Really, couple drinks in the evening. Yeah, man. That's you know, that's what it's all about. That's all it's all about. Having that father and son relationship where that's a beautiful relationship, and I think. I'm glad that I was having banter about it. He was on a lad's holiday and stuff. He was like, no, I went with my dad and we just went there, going to gym with it. Like, all of the things that you said, that's beautiful relationships. Like, that's a father and son relationship that we need to talk more about. And when men say stuff like that, yeah, we need to highlight it and say, yo, there's lots of men that are still having active fathers in their lives, like they're doing, these are manly things to do. This is what men need. But when a young man doesn't have this thing, where does he seek it from? A lot of the times he can seek it from, if it's not a village community where you have elders or other people, then a lot of times he can seek it from, like they say, the men on the block or the elders, or not necessarily from the right types of places. So yeah, I think when men do speak about the relationships with their fathers and the types of things that their fathers do, I think we should we should definitely, I would say, pedestal those types of, interactions and show people that, don't trust the narrative or don't believe the narrative that people push. There's lots of active fathers there, young men that are doing things. So I think that's kind of beautiful still. Big up you and big up your dad. Yeah, Doug, man. There's been extreme simping of the highest order to the ninth power. There's been extreme simping to the ninth power. And guys, the average OnlyFans model makes only £130 a month. You do realize that most average OnlyFans, they make 150. So you have to understand, like, most of the time, because OnlyFans is like YouTube. They're gonna be like, what? Only toes like YouTube? Yeah, because you have to. Everyone can start a YouTube account. Everyone can. Okay, everyone can start a YouTube account. Everyone can, and everyone can create content. Okay, make videos, post up. Everyone can. No one stops you. There's not a well, that's one of the things that people hate. They're like, oh, podcasts need to have licenses and they need to stop. You know what I mean? The government put podcast equipment in the hood and now the man can't stop talking. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Like, we're never going to stop talking. So, all of that rubbish about, no. The reason why I say it is because why are you guys always trying to stop a man from speaking? We're going to keep speaking. We're going to keep speaking. Wait, you made me just lose my track. I was. Do you know what it is? Whenever these people start talking about trying to hate on the brothers, I'll be like, "Hey, Doug, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought." What was I saying? Simping. Yeah, guys, like the video. Please like the video. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on notification bell so you know when I drop new content. So, guys, this is what's going on, right? I'm trying to increase the memberships because I'm creating content directly just for the members, and I want to create a better interaction for the people that actually join the membership, because I believe the people that support early and the foundations are, my man, you're my tribe, aren't you, really? So I'm trying to encourage you guys to join the membership. It starts at $2.99. It's a monthly membership, price less than the price of a cup of coffee in Starbucks, right? Or any other coffee place, because we're not giving out free advertising over here. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of content over Christmas that is just going to be exclusive for the members area. They are. I do the whiteboard sessions, and they're going to be just for the members. I haven't done whiteboards for a while. Like I said to you, it's going to be exclusively just for the members only. And we're trying to get you guys, because as the year goes past, as the year goes past, coming to the new year, I'm going to be doing some stuff just for you, so just for the members. So if you want to be a part of that and you don't want to miss it, then make sure you join up to our membership. And like you said, just join just join from like the cheapest ones, like $2.99. That's fine. If you want to support with a super chat, you can. But most importantly, is make sure you have your notification bells on so you know when I drop content, when I go live. Go check out all of the shows that we've done. I've just shot another show. It was the Sit Downs with Chai episode 1, and that video came out yesterday. So make sure you go check that out. And if you haven't seen episode 6 of the Magnum Voice, go check that out. That's also a good episode. Proof why women don't care about men's mental health. We got a lot of viral clips from that. You might have seen that going across. So make sure you go look at that too. Okay. So yeah, like I think I can't, can I blame women when men act the way they do? I've seen it. Like I've seen even with the OF girls and that, like some of the shows that we've done. Because here's one of the things, right? Women directly benefit from being on platforms with me. You do realize that, because a lot of these girls on these social media platforms, they all have links in their bio, okay? And because they have links in their bio, when they go on these clips and they go viral, yes, you could get 100 man in the comments, and let's say 90 of them man are gonna talk rubbish. Oh, you're this, you're that. You're still gonna get 10 men that are gonna pay, and 10 to 20 men that are gonna pay. that are gonna finance this woman. That are gonna say, "Oh my God, I can't believe China said that to you. Oh my, da, 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 da. Here's a check. Here, I'm gonna pay you. I'm gonna subscribe." You're gonna get that. You're gonna get that. So, you know, and Blue Baddie made 10 grand in a week after that interaction on Sinner's podcast. She made 10 grand that week. She bought the blue Audi TT. Yeah. She went and she went to Disneyland. Took a kid and her brother, I think her brother to Disney World, whatever. You know, she went and did multiple other things, clothes, all this type of stuff. Had the best. I didn't make 10 grand in that week from that interaction, and I'm not hating on her, of course not. I'm trying to say to you, she benefited from that, and guess what? And she flew with it, and she enjoyed it. But then after that, she had to come down, the crash, and we've spoken about it. So yes, she got the money, but then the come down from it, and a lot of people don't speak about the crash and all the other things that happened from it. So I can understand why women want to go onto platforms because that went on YouTube. So that got on Instagram. That has like I can't remember. It was like 2.5, 2.7 million views on Instagram. That does not even include TikTok or YouTube, right? So out of all those people viewing, there's going to be a lot of men that simp, and there's going to be a lot of men that are going to want to pay for that, right? There's going to be a lot of men that are going to simp and want to pay, and it's these men are the problem. Okay, these men are the men that directly finance these women. So you can't blame the women. The woman's going to take the money if these men want to give it to them. Like, if women want to give me money for free and I don't have to give them anything sexual, why would I not take the money? Of course I would. I'm like, give me the money then. Like, what? Just you want to give me the money just because I'm China? A lot of men give them the money just because they want to do that. A lot of men a lot of men want to provide. You see, provider mindset. Having a provider mindset extends past your family as well. It can extend you want to provide for these girls. When you a lot of guys that go to strip clubs, they want to provide for these girls. They want to ask the strippers. They're gonna say, "Oh my God, this guy's always trying to make me to stop stripping." I'm like, men go to strip clubs, meet a girl, they're like, I don't want to do this no more. But then if you don't want to do that no more, you're gonna have to pay, because guess what? She's got her own life together. She's got her own stuff. So why is she gonna stop stripping because you tell her to stop? Nah, you better pay. And men want to pay. I don't get it. She wants to do her life. She's living her best life. How about you find a woman that ain't stripping and you just give her the money? But men want to pay. Men want to finance these girls. So women will always take advantage of these men. Let's speak about these men. Men just want to pay. The guy paid Ruby Rose £62,000. Yeah? And you're telling me women are the problem. Blue Baddie made £10,000 in a week after that went viral, and you're telling me that women are strictly the problem. Think about it. Who gave her the 10 grand? 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 Yeah, let me pin. Yeah, it's crazy how China is always surrounded by baby mamas and OF women, but he ain't sleeping with any of them. It's because he's the truth and they need to hear the truth. Let me read that again. It's crazy how China is always surrounded by baby mamas and OF women, but he isn't sleeping with any of them. It's because he's the truth and they need to hear the truth. You guys can't. Do you know what it is? Like, when I told you I'm here to do God's work, you guys think I'm joking. Like, in the beginning, there was a bit of a banter. I'm here. But I started looking at what I was doing and the conversation I was having and the topics that are getting brought up and the places I'm going and the reach is getting. And I realized, actually, I am actually doing God's work. Like, I always say men and women can't be friends unless somebody put the person in the friend zone. I place all these baby mamas and OF girls, strippers in my friend zone. They're there. They're firmly there. Big up Shannon. She's in my friend zone. But she's my friend. She get me. So I'm saying, what's the problem? Bear man are simping for her. Bear man always simp for her. Like, I've seen it live in my face. I've seen her in the club. I've seen Bear man simp for her. I've seen it. But guess what? I'm not gonna simp for her. It's just normal. It's normal. Like, you guys have to. If you can't do this, you'll never be successful in life. Like, you men need to have sexual discipline, and you have to understand something. You have to understand, especially if you're trying to be successful. If you really want success, one of the worst things you can do is start just running around with. Go look at a lot of the men that have problems. What happens? It tends to come from women and scenarios. It's a tale as old as time. As old as time. If you want to be successful, don't focus on women. Focus on yourself. then when you start focusing on yourself, women always come into your life. Like it's impossible. Then you have to fight them off. I have to fight women off. Of course I do. I'm busy. I'm active. Like, but if I want to be one, you think I'm doing podcasting for girls? You think I've done podcasting so I can get gal? What? The problem is, let me tell you what the problem is. A lot of men don't get girls, or they never got girls, and then they get fame, they get money, they get success, they get clout, and then they don't know how to handle themselves. Okay? Drake is one of those people. The reason I say Drake is one of those people because only that will make you breathe. Like his baby mum, wasn't she like the ex-porn, like corn star, whatever, this, that, whatever. He cleaned them up now, but I'm saying when you're okay, Instagram, we're about to go, it's about to cut off. You want to keep watching this, make sure you pop across to YouTube because it's going straight across to Instagram now. So YouTube now. You have the first hour on Instagram and then it cuts off. And then if you want to keep watching it, keep doing it. But yeah, like if you're not a roasting guy, you're not gonna bear back some like get me corn star. You will never do that. That's like career suicide. Literally, that's like career suicide. You're trying to burn off your things. Like you wouldn't do that. Yeah, you need to exercise sexual discipline. And a lot of men don't have sexual discipline. A lot of men don't know how to say no. I get it. Especially with the more success you get. But that's when you need to focus more. That's when you need to stop. That's when you need to really focus more. The more success you get, that's when you need to focus more. That's when you need to actually, no, you're not going out with no girls. That's not, you know what I mean? Don't be taking these girls' numbers. You certainly don't be bringing girls back to your place, back to your home. No, my brother. No, you're trying to set yourself up now. This is what I'm saying. I'm trying to speak outside because I'm trying to make you people understand something. Like when you want success and you're on trajectory to get it, you have to focus on the things. And one of the ways to ruin it, and I'm old enough to know that women distract you. Like women distract you, and if you're not where you need to be, I suggest you don't focus on women because that will only distract you. And you don't want to meet the type of woman that you want, and then you can't actually be there or be the position. Let's forget about this. Every woman, look, men, women are gonna tell you, oh yeah, I value emotional connection. They're gonna tell you, oh, I don't. They're gonna tell the women like to do this thing doing a cat, but I'm gonna tell you, bro. You could rub her feet, be emotionally connected, do all that stuff. If you can't provide, she's going to leave you, my guy. So just focus on the main things as a man. And when she leaves, just make sure. Listen, look, I don't know innit. I just know if you're gonna cry innit. If you're gonna cry in a Bentley innit, or in a Bugatti, or in a Urus, or I don't know, AMG, whatever you want, whatever you want. It's not going to be the same types of tears you're going to cry. You're going to cry for 5, then you're going to pull up outside and get a new thing, then you're not going to worry about that no more. I promise you this. You're just going to get over it because there'll be someone to replace it. And there'll be a woman that will happily take a position, like happily. So, but you're crying over women because you ain't got nothing. You're crying over women, you're chasing women because you don't have nothing. You don't have anything. Men don't have anything. They focus their attention on women because they don't have all that. Listen, if a man's busy, this is what I'm saying. If a man's got something to do, he hasn't really got time to be focusing attention on you. I'm going to keep it real. Women, some of you women don't understand what it is to deal with a man on his purpose. And this is why women don't want to be, a lot of women, they want a man built already. They're not ready for this. Do you get me? So, men, if you get on your purpose, you go get this money. You don't then go and start throwing it at these OF girls in the strippers in a strip club and that. You don't do that. Like, you don't do that. How about you find a girl that's going to appreciate you, the work you've put in? You know? And man, if women don't see you coming up and you have to put in mad time and work and you have to go build yourself, I prescribe to that stuff. Like, if the girls didn't show you love, back then, hoes didn't want me. Now, hoes all want me. Mike Jones. Hit her with the Mike Jones. Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now, hoes all on me. Yeah. And blow their backs out. All of them. For all the times they did not believe in you. Yes. They're going to be, oh my God, China's selling, that's so bad. Yes. For all the time them galley did not believe in you, bro, I suggest you clot. You clot like you ain't never clot before. Okay? I suggest. That's my suggestion to you. Know what I mean? Men are the problem. Men are the problem. We are. But guess what? Women love a problem. Because women love a problem, so men are the problem. Men are the problem because women love a problem. And what is life without problems, right? Well, men are like Rubik's cubes, and women love to play with it, play with these Rubik's cubes and try to solve them. And even when they solve them, guess what they do? Guess what they do? Guess what they do? Guess what they do? They'll mess it up again. I hope I give you analogies that you. This is what I'm saying. I give you analogies and artwork for you to think about it. Women love a problem like men are like Rubik's cubes, and women know how to solve a Rubik's cube. They do. Some women know how, but they purposely choose not to, because it's more fun playing with a Rubik's cube. Oh, look how quick it's more fun. Shh. Rubik's cube. Men are the problem. Men are the problem. And until men start. I don't know, man. Stop simping. Just stop simping. Get me? Stop simping. Men are the problem. Look. Let me wait. Hold on. There was some extreme simping today. Let me find it. This guy's always simping. Let me find this simp. Look at this simp ass guy. Look at this simp. Hold on. Extreme simping needs to be stopped. This extreme simping needs to be stopped. Hold on. Let's look at this. Look at this. This guy's the top simp. And he's the last person that needs to be doing this, yeah? Damson Sim Idris, that's your name, Damson Idris. Damson Sim Idris, UK actor. Damson, Damson Sim Idris, the guy that he was dating Lori Harvey before she dumped him. He thought he was the guy that thought he was special. Yes, my brother. Let's talk about you, bro. Okay. And the reason why I want to talk about this is part of the problem, because he posted this on his story today. I see so much unprovoked hatred towards black women today, predominantly by grown black men, especially towards our young stars that are just trying to do their thing. The compulsion to humble these women perhaps makes you feel like more of a man. I promise you, you aren't meant to us. A new year's approaching. Grow up. Bro, who are you, bro? Damson Idris, who is giving you, who is us? Who is us? Damson Idris, when did you become, seriously, the spokesman for black men? I don't understand. What happened? Because I don't see you calling out. It's not a black. Why are you trying to do this segregation thing? Why are you trying to do black women, black men thing? Why are you trying to do that thing, Damson? I don't understand it. You're trying to simp. You got dumped by Lori Harvey. Now you're trying to simp. Allow it, bro. Your contract ended. It was it. You thought it was gonna be different for you. You thought. Let me tell you what happened with Damson Idris and Lori Harvey, bro. You was never on the level that she got bored. You could never do it. She dated Diddy, okay? She dated Diddy's son. She dated Future, okay? Like, she dated man with real bread, okay? What did you think? Did you think your little snowfall was top boy man? What did you think was gonna do? You can't compete, my guy. Yeah? And more important, she dated Michael B. Jordan. Let's speak about this. Michael B. Jordan, Creed, the Creed franchise. He was given the franchise over Sylvester Stallone. This guy was the director, star. You don't get much more high-profile black men than Michael B. Jordan. I said this before. You bring Michael B. Jordan around to a racist person's home, even KK, they're gonna be happy that Michael B. He was like a young Will Smith. Before we looked at Will Smith like a simp, okay? And he wanted to marry Lori Harvey, okay? And she didn't. All right? Okay. And then when she left him, everyone said, oh, they made all types of excuses. So like, oh yeah, you know, they made all types of excuses. He left her. She's carried on. Michael B's carried on being massively successful. And he actually started dating a white girl after all. He was linked to some Swedish model. And you know what people start saying? I see the comments, predominantly from black women, that start saying, oh, look, he's got with his type. That's his type. He didn't want to be with black women already. See, I'm like, hold on a second. What does it matter what Michael B. Jordan does? It doesn't matter who he dates. Lori Harvey dumped him. He wanted to get married to her and she dumped him. It doesn't matter who he dates. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And can you blame him? Maybe he said, you know what, man, I'm tired. I'm going back. Maybe. Blame Lori. Okay? So, Damson, I see so much unprovoked hatred towards black women today by predominantly grown black men, especially towards our young stars that are just trying to do their thing. The compulsion to humble these women perhaps makes you feel like more of a man. Maybe some of these women need to be humbled, Damson. Have you not thought about that, Damson? Have you not thought about that? Have you not thought about the image for that some of these women continue to perpetuate and influence on the young? Have you not thought about that, Damson? Have you not thought about that? I promise you aren't meant to us. Bro, you was wiping up Lori Harvey. Man were laughing at you, bro. You are no one to be talking about. You're not meant to us. Like, I don't understand it. Who's us? What board do you sit on, Damson Idris, that says what black men, I'm confused. Because you made a terrible decision. You thought you could save Lori Harvey. You thought you could do that. And now you're embarrassed. Yeah? Yeah, let me tell you what Lori Harvey did. Let me tell you what she did. She attached herself to you. She gave you a bit of fame and clout. But what she did is she cemented herself within the UK culture, yeah, subculture, kind of like what Drake did. But she did it with you. She gave you a bit of that. Had you moving mad, yeah. She comes from a different world, my guy. You were supposed to get in, get a bit of clout, not catch no feelings. But you was doing way too much, bringing her home. This something, and I'm gonna be honest, Damson Idris. You just did what a lot of these dark skinned brothers do. You got yourself a pretty lighty. Damson. Damn, son. In high school, you was the man, son. What the fuck happened? Damn, son. Yes, Damson. Yes, in high school, you was the. What happened to you, bro? You done a lot. What the man them do? You get the. I see. I tend to see this thing with the dark skinned brothers. You man get these lighties, and then I start to see the insecurities come out. I do. I'm starting to see it. Men are the problem. Some of you dark skinned men, you have mad insecurities. You do. And these insecurities will allow you to take basic chicks just because they got a bit of light skin. Oh my gosh, I'm cooking tonight. They're not gonna like me tonight. Some of you, man, just got. That's it. Speak to me, man. Then what's it? What's wrong? What's wrong? What don't you like about yourself, man? Them that allows you to deal with these women that are gonna disrespect you. What is it? Because him writing this today, when women, I see predominantly women, especially black women, destroying black men every single day, you're trying to create division, Damson Idris. This don't make no sense. Go get a couple scripts and go do your acting thing. Don't focus on this. Trust me. You are not credible when it comes to this thing right now, my guy. Acting, yes, do your thing. But because I don't understand what it is. I don't. Someone needs to make, you see when they say make it make sense for me. Make it make sense for me. Men are the problem, and men like this are part of the problem because you're trying to create a divide, and you're trying to, and then, you know what they're doing? It's because this UK beast thing linked to the Nella Rose incident on I Am a Celebrity, where I think UK beast. So they've used it was it the BBC or one of the channels they used a picture speaking about UK beast term. Rising, and they used Nella Rose's picture. But you know, and a lot of people said it was racially motivated, and like a lot of people said like it was racially motivated, and it was just more, I don't know, kind of more slant against Nella. And I definitely, I definitely feel as if some people will use it as a racially motivated phrase, but that's not where it initially came from, and that's not initially where I saw it. I saw it from. So I've seen it's been weaponized quite a bit, but that's not an issue where I saw it from. And I think when he's saying, especially to our young star, predominantly black men, especially to our young stars that are trying to do their thing, I feel Loki's trying to send a couple shots to couple podcasts, a couple people that might have spoken about her and said whatever. But I'm like, bro, say it with your chest, like say it with your chest. All of this man, them just say it with your chest. Just say it with your chest, like. But man, I'm not gonna say it with a chest, and that's what I'm saying. Real men will say it. If there's a man in the community that's doing something, say it. Men are the problem. You won't even call out the men. You just want to do cryptic messages and trying to pander for women's support. Like, don't do that, because that doesn't help the community. It doesn't help people. If someone's out there doing something, whatever, call them out. Let's clean up the mess. But all of this cryptic, nah, man, Damson, man, you need to get over, go and heal, yeah, because and learn your lesson. You was never gonna waft like what were you doing, clown? Didn't you hear Future? You recognize my girl by the APs. He's copying women. Bro, just stop it. She was dating Diddy and his son. Any girl that does that is bro? Allow it, man. You go get yourself a nice, good girl that's gonna appreciate you, and then and come up together. So I'm saying, but don't be chasing these, and then don't start trying to pander. Put out this pan. I see so much unprovoked hatred towards black women today, predominantly by grown black men. Why are you trying to pit black men versus black women, Damson Idris? What are you doing, bro? What are you doing, Damson? Focus on acting, yeah? Focus on your acting. Frank, don't you play that role, Franklin? Hey, Franklin, you're not acting now, bro. Focus on that, my guy. Focus on that. That's your bag. Stay away from this stuff. Stay away from these fast women, Damson. Stay away from them. Just you stay in your lane and keep flying, my guy. Keep flying. But dating these types of Lori Harvey women, start writing up these cryptic messages, trying to pick black men against black women. This is corny, my guy. It's mad corny. I'll be honest with you, because we see what you're doing. You're trying to because I don't see you cool when the women are demonizing black men. Do I see you? I haven't seen that. I need to see a post where you call out the women that are doing, because there's a lot of stuff that right now you can call out, but you're not doing that. You're trying to simp. You're trying to pander. Do you get me? Yeah, but it's mad corny, bro. We don't like this. We don't like this corny behavior, man. Like, it's mad, Damson. You've been out, like, it's mad corny, bro. Yeah, that's crazy, dating a son and a father. Yeah, it is crazy, but women always. Do you know what it is about Lori Harvey? Let me tell you why women love Lori Harvey. Let me tell you why. Lori Harvey represents an idea for women. Lori Harvey represents an idea, and this idea is that basically, what is Lori? I always ask people, what's her job? What's her job? What does she do? What's her job? What's her social network? What's her job? What's her brand? What does she sell? Name me one thing. Every single person that Lori Harvey dates, I can tell you exactly what they do. I can tell you their industry. I can tell you, I don't have to follow any one of them, but I know exactly what they do. Okay. Now, what Lori Harvey represents for a lot of women is, especially black women, is a beautiful young black woman, yeah, that is successful at basically doing nothing, okay? She dates a string of some of the highest profile black men. Let me make that black men, okay? Extremely rich, extremely wealthy. She dates them. And whether or not she is the one doing the dumping or whatever, she is seen to be the one dumping all of these men. I have never searched for Lori Harvey, but she's continuously pushed onto my screens, onto my social media, and it's always the rhetoric of essentially it or this that. But what does she do? I'll tell you what she does. She dates black men, successful black men, and she drops them. And then she goes on to other successful black men and she does the same thing. And women support this because it creates a narrative that, you know, we do what we want and we go to the next one, and then there'll be another high profile black men that will follow her. She's going to end up like Melissa Ford. Yes, she's going to end up like Melissa Ford, that is currently going back to back with Cameron and Mace because she decided to say some stuff on Joe Budden Network podcast which was untrue, and they're cooking her. And she's trying to apologize, but they're still cooking her. She's gonna end up like all those video vixens from the 2000s, from the 90s, Superhead, all of these ones. She's gonna end up like all of them. Halle Berry was once one of the top black women. Nia Long, all of these names I'm gonna name you. She's going to end up like them, and no one speaks about them no more. No more, no more, no more. No one does. No one does. Okay? No one does. That's how you're gonna end up. Okay? Worse, you're gonna end up becoming a baby mama by one of these rappers. So this is why they like Lori Harvey, because she represents this and it creates this narrative, and women like to see this. Okay? But we've seen this happen before. All she's doing is getting run through, and in the end, it either ends like she either gets bred up by a Pookie or Ray Ray, one of these Tyrones and Jeromes, or she gets a Chad that's gonna simp and do it. Kind of like what was going on with the Tommy and the Tamar Braxton scenario, one of these white zaddies. You've seen this happen before. She has a limited amount of time, and her mileage is being run up. And women need to understand that you are not as pretty as Lori Harvey. You do not have Steve Harvey as a stepfather. Okay? You don't. You don't. You will not get the same. You will not. You need to stop looking at celebrities and thinking you're gonna get the same outcomes, because you won't. Ask yourself, do I look like Lori Harvey? Ask yourself, and if you don't, then you need to humble yourself. Yeah, he's mad corny, bro. Yeah, she lives with her doctor's father there. Yeah, she's known for being Steve Harvey's daughter, and then you find out she's not even a real daughter. You're like, rah. You're like, what? No. What is that? Like, what? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on. She came in and she capitalized off that name, You get me? She capitalized off that name, Big up Black Savage, man. Welcome to the... I don't know if I've seen you in here before, but welcome. Make sure you subscribe. If this is the first time you're in the chat, please make sure you subscribe. If you want to support the channel, drop a little something in the collection plate with a super sticker, super chat. It's all good. And even better than that, join our membership and become part of the team. Welcome all the members. It's only cost $2.99. We get you in the gang, my guy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, man. Men are the prize. Men are the prize. Yes, pick you up, bro. Sub gang. Yeah. Men are the prize and men are the problem. Men are the prize and men are the problem. Men are the prize and men are the problem, but it makes my job harder, man. It makes my job harder. It makes my job a lot harder. Extremely. It makes my job extremely harder when men keep simping. So Lori Harvey, this is why they push her. So Damson, after all of that, you allow this woman to attach herself to you to get clout off you. She gave you a bit of clout, but let's be real. You was nowhere, and this is another thing, men. Like, when you're climbing or when you're rising, don't attach yourself when you should be working. You were supposed to be working, yeah. Like, you're supposed to be working, and you're out there entertaining Lori Harvey, doing a Beyonce concert in Tottenham, blood. The videos like, oh, they thought we broke up, bro. What a clown, bro. Allowing her to take pictures. You know what, bro? She's from America, bro. Them girls love to give head, bro. Do you know how much man should be, bro? It's mad, bro. She was with Future. You man are clowns. Some of you man. That's what I mean. Some of you man. Like, do you think? If you see me in Lori Harvey, just know it's not real. Just know, chai. It's just, I must be, because what else would it be? Like, but I would know it's like that. So if it ends, I'll be cool. I'll be back doing my things. And then that will help me. Oh, he used to date Lori Harvey. What? Hey, getting bare, gal. What do you mean? That's leveling me up even. Get me? I'm not crying after that. I used to date Lori Harvey. My next thing's gonna be badder even. What are you talking about? It's minor. Don't worry about that, bro. But don't be out here simping. Get out here on demon time. Make some more. You know what I mean? But don't be out here, because if you're gonna call out behavior, make sure you call out the women that are doing things to black men too. But once again, that's more segregation. Just call out women bullshit. Don't make it a black and white woman thing. Don't make it that. Just whenever I speak about women, I don't say black women. I speak about women in general. If I want to speak about problems within the community, then I'll say problems. But whenever I speak about men, I'm not speaking about just black men. No, this is everything for all men. Then if I want to speak about predicament problems that face cultural problems or complexities that face black men, I'll speak about it. But I'm not gonna be like, no, I speak about men. When shout out to Jamie, when he was talking about his dad, and I was speaking about, oh yeah, men, you know, this is what I want to see, more men going together and doing certain things, and the narrative. He's white. His father's white. What do you think? Do you think it was a separate message that I gave to him? No, that was the same message. I was like, yeah, that's amazing. You get me? So it's not a. I just didn't like how he's trying to send the message. I believe, yes, there's a proportion of men that, you know, will move a certain way to women, but don't act like black men are out here trying to destroy our black women, because it's just, we don't own the TV programs, okay? We don't own the BBC's Twitter account or X account. We don't. Yes, there's been some black men that have said some things about her. Cool, but just we don't have to agree with everybody. Do you get me? And because a couple black men decide to say some stupidness or their opinions, doesn't mean the whole does that now apply blanket statement to every single black man? That's wrong. And you can't use your status and your influence to write that, because black men will look at you and will say, bro, like, yeah, we want to protect the women, especially our women, but why am I now being a victim because of this? Don't use that word. Like, it's too much of a blank statement, and it lumbers everybody into the same category under the same. You know what I mean? And no, man, we're not under the same umbrella. So what? I'm the same as everybody else. That no, like, and even if someone has an opinion on something, why can I not have an opinion on a black woman without you telling me that I hate black women? Are you alright? Because I tell you, black women have opinions on black men every single day. Doesn't mean they hate us. What do you mean? We need to stop this behavior, because this is division, and it creates more and more division, segregation within our own communities, and it stops us from doing the real work. I keep talking about this, and the real work goes back to the family unit and fixing the family and the problems that we have that I keep saying this time and time again. You know? There's real work to be done, and this work involves this. You know, this work needs us. It needs us to do certain things. It requires, and I said this before. You know, I give agape love. Go look at the different types of love. This is agape, and for some of you, you don't understand what that is. It's a love of your brother. It's a love for your countryman. It's love. It's a, you know what I mean? This is not Eros love. No. This is a bigger love, and that's the love that I have, and that's the love that I try to put out here. You know? Yeah. Guys, like the video. I tell everyone, just like the video. If you haven't liked the video and you're watching it now, please like the video. I mean, I want men to start. I just want men to do better, man. You know what I said? If you know better, you do better, man. I just want men to do better. Okay, that's what I want. I want men to do better. If you knew better, you do better. I just want men to do better. I do. I genuinely just want men to do better. And I hope tonight's live stream is going to help you guys to do that. You know? So yeah, I do believe, you know, yeah. That's probably a nice way to probably leave it, really. Guys, like the video, like the video. If you want to support the channel, please support with a one-off donation, super chat, super sticker. It's all great, man. Big up everyone that donates and to the channel that supports. I appreciate you guys. Like I said before, turn on notification bell so you know when I drop content, exclusive content for you guys. And if you want more content, then make sure you keep watching the videos, keep streaming the videos. Go check out the latest episodes I've dropped. Sit Downs with Chai, dropped one yesterday. And make sure you go check that out and go look at our last episode of the last episode that we shot, not the last one we're doing, the last episode of the Manden's Voice, episode 6. Go check that out. That's currently on the playlist and it's coming like that. And yeah, man, you know, men, look, put your head down. It doesn't matter if they don't see you right now. I see you. I see the work you're doing. Don't worry about if the world doesn't see you. They will see you. Just put your head down, focus, you know, drink water, do your exercise, go to the gym, treat women good, be kind to other people, be respectful, but don't be a walkover, okay? Like, I promise you this, the time will pass, you know, unless you plan on dying, and none of us do. So I'm saying to you, and even if you did, you'd die creating. This is what, just put your head down and focus. Like, I know how it feels when you feel like they don't see you now. I get it. You want that baddie right now. You want that car right now. You want that apartment, that place. I get it. We all do. But you need to get off social media. Stop scrolling and looking at other people's lives. FOMO, the fear of missing out. You know, you need to stop that. And you need to get to work. And I promise you, I can promise you this. If you do these things that I tell you, if you do, in a year, your life will change. It will change. But in 3 to 5 years, you're going to be completely somewhere else. So you're going to be completely different. You're going to be flying. But in 1 year, you'll see the change. But 3 to 5 years is where it's going to take you. Okay? And this is what I want men to understand. This is what I want men to understand. This is how you go from being the problem to being the answer. This is how men go from being the problem to being the answer. Okay? You stop accepting certain behavior. You have sexual discipline. You stop allowing people to disrespect you, but you also stop giving people your energy. All right? You just don't deal with things anymore, and you shut things down. Okay? Yeah, bro. Facts. Make the man them great again. That's what we got to do, bro. It's time. Like my guy Blade Brown says, winter grind season, you know, summer's done. Trust me, if you want to know about grind, go put on a BXB, Bags and Boxes Blade Brown. You go. Or go put on some Pusha T. Damn. Listen, Pusha T will have anyone looking to, like, Pusha T will have you quit your job in investment banking and decide that you want to go become Escobar side. The Pusha T is crazy. Big up Pusha, man. Hey, listen. Hey. And if it wasn't for Pusha T, like Drake wouldn't even reveal his son. So big up Pusha T for forcing Drake to release this, to reveal his son. Right, guys. Yes, time to grind, my brothers. And with that being said, I am the Manden's Voice. My name is China. Please like the video, comment for for everyone that's watching it. Subscribe to the channel, turn notification bells, support the channel for one-off donation, super chat, or alternatively join our membership. We've got 3 separate tiers. And when I'm going to be back. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll let you guys know again. Yeah, we are.